Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's day 18 of our little venture here, and as you know, yesterday I was feeling under the weather, and today I'm still there. I think I'm doing a little bit better. However, the stomach pain and stuff and is still around and been something to deal with, so I've been spending most of my time in bed again. However, that's just the way it goes. I am feeling better though, so we're getting there. But being so I haven't been out and about to do much other than my morning chores, I thought I'd give you a little look behind the scenes at where I live. Um, sometimes like the not so glamorous side of this modern homesteading stuff is sometimes you don't start out in a nice cabin, or you don't have a big old fancy house and all that stuff. You build as you go, and so we're at this juncture we are currently living in a fifth wheel camper, and I know there's a lot of people across the country that are doing the same thing. So it seems reasonable. It seems to be a good way to start out, although with the winter coming up, it's going to be interesting, but I guess we're going to fare the winter. But I'll give you a sneak peek here. Let's go take a look at it. Okay, well, here we go. Here's the old Holiday Rambler. It's got the one slide. I think she's a 32 footer. I'm not sure. That's kind of what it looks like. Here, my dog is going to bark. Hold on a second. Rookie, come here. Come here. Stop that barking. Thank you. Anyway, so here, a week or two ago, I can't recall, we went and got a bunch of these straw bales, 48 I believe to be exact, and we built ourselves a little insulation barrier all the way around this thing, trying to get ready for the winter. I think we might have to go one more row up when them cold temperatures get here. So here's this. Makes it easy to fall decorate for the wife. Now this little stack here, we get a lot of wind coming this way, so we put that to kind of stop that wind from blowing down our little alleyway there. And here I think we're going to have to stack that up just a little bit higher, because like I said, that wind blows here pretty heavy. So that's kind of what's going on with that. And honestly, it hasn't been too bad. All the worries we might have had when we first started doing this. Let me back up a little bit, get a better picture here. There we go. Yeah, there it is. So all the worries we had when we first started doing this, based on the size of it, going from a 3-bedroom house, so on and so forth, running water, all that jazz. You get used to those amenities, and you come out and you get in a camper, and all those go away for the most part. You try to make do with what you can, and try to, accommodate all your needs as best you can and do what you can. And really, it hasn't been too bad. Honestly, it's been kind of nice. I think my wife was pleasantly surprised that she didn't miss the bigger house as much as she thought she might have. And the same goes for me. I thought, it might be a little crowded in there, and for some reason, we just really haven't had any issue with the size of the camper. And I know that might not last forever. However, if it'll last long enough, and we're hoping maybe next spring or something, we'll be able to get something else going for us. If we can make it through the winter without freezing to death, we'll be doing pretty good. So hopefully we'll see what happens with that. Look at all them dogs. Good grief. What are you guys doing, huh? What are you doing, Marlboro? That's Marlboro over there. He's Austin's dog. Hanging out with me for a few days. Ashton here has been a real pill lately, because his mom, my wife, is on a trip with her sister, and they're having a good time. But he's been Mr. I don't know. He's just been kind of a pill when she's gone. He's upset she's gone. She'll be back soon there. Now they want to play fetch, and I can't hardly move. I guess I can try to throw it a couple times. Here you go. Here you go, Marlboro. Hand it to me. Thank you. There we go. Good grief. Who got it? Marlboro? Marlboro got it. Hand it here. Good job. That's what I like about Marlboro's. He hands the stick to me, and sometimes Ashton does, but not always. I gotta bend over. Oh boy. Now when Rookie was younger and he could beat everybody, he wouldn't hand it. He'd always dropped it, and I could never teach him to hand it to me for some reason. I gave up about, I don't know, 8 years ago on that. Well, they lost it, so that's fun. Okay, here's the old entrance to the front door, and we've made our steps out of some straw bales and a block of wood that I actually ripped with a chainsaw a couple years ago. So we got some more insulation. We got to stuff some straw back in there, and we got some more cracks over there. Right there you got to do. So it's not too bad with the temperatures that we have at night right now. Dipping down in the 20s. We haven't quite got to teens here recently. So, but I'm not afraid of that because it seems to be staying pretty warm. Yeah, we're at like 22 degrees, 20 degrees. We're doing pretty good with that. So we'll see what happens as it creeps on down to 0. We're thinking we might have to bump up one more layer of straw around the whole thing. And maybe kind of update our heating source. We haven't been using the propane yet. I'd prefer not to. Especially we're hooked up to power. And so I can just have a little space heater. And you'd be surprised that little space heater does pretty well, really. But it ain't zero. It ain't below 0, so I don't know how that's going to work out. Now I'll go over here and give you a look at what we've been doing for water. And of course we do a lot of our cooking here on the barbecue, and it just gets, you can imagine, super dusty. Hence the name, right? The dust is always flying out here. So for water, we've been coming over here. This is where we fill it up at. And we have a little funnel. I'll show you over here. We fill up some jugs at a spring in town. We got several jugs and buckets back here. Got a little funnel there. Oh, I'm having quite the stomach pain here. Hold on a second. Okay. All right. Anyways, so we take those jugs and we funnel it into the tank. Not ideal at all, but of course now, get it straight. We do not use the black water tank. We don't use the toilet in the RV because we don't have a septic around. You know, we don't use the toilet. I'll go over to my mom's house, is just over there, like I said, and we go over there for facilities if we need to. Right now. And let's see. So out here, this is where the water exits. Now the water for, you know, things such as, you know, washing your face and brushing your teeth, you know, the occasional shower. We just let the water run out on the ground there because it's, you know, we don't feel it's not black water or nothing, so we feel that's not a big deal. Because honestly, we've been out here dumping, you know, we're living out of buckets before that. And kind of doing the old spit baths, I guess they used to call it. And we just dump it out on the ground. So we figured same thing, let it run out. So that's what we've been doing. And unfortunately, these tanks are only like 32 gallons in this thing. It seems, I thought it would have been bigger, but so we have to fill up the tanks every 2 or 3 days. It's just something we got to do. It's kind of like like I said, the unglamorous side of trying to do some of this stuff. So, but it's not too bad. Well, there we go. That's day 18 right there, and just thought I'd show you what we got going on for a house right now. Although we've been enjoying it, having a good time with it, and we're gonna see what the winter brings, and I may have a different opinion after the winter. However, maybe not. So it's gonna get us through till when we can do a house or a cabin or something. And right now it's gonna be just fine. So, oh, and I do have power, and I think I mentioned that actually, and we have Wi-Fi and all that. So, you know, we're pretty close to stocked up on amenities, I guess. But anyways, so starting to get some pains going in the stomach again, so I think I might have to call it a day and go lay down for a little bit longer before I have to go feed the cows later on. Just anyways, thanks for coming along. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, hopefully in a better situation. See ya.